All right. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Bacon, Lou, and Tiago. Thank you guys for the good luck. Yeah, I mean, I still didn't get as much sleep as I probably should have gotten, but I did at least get more sleep than the previous night, so that was good. Also, thank you very much, Whooper, for the 66 months of Tier 1. Thank you very much for the 5.5 years. That is a very long time, so I do appreciate the continued support. Also, thank you very much, Vamilia, for the 69 months of Prime. Nice. And thank you for being here as well. Also, thanks for the good luck tracking a Snove. And hello, Harune. Also, hello, Idopavies and Wolflink. Alright. We have an intro cutscene to get through, so we may as well begin. I'll keep that in file 3. Also, hello, Lasada, Complex Milk, and Little Timmy. Thank you guys for the good luck. This is not a randomizer. This is the base game. We are doing an all dungeons speedrun, so we will be entering all of the dungeon blue warps as fast as possible. And then completing the game. Also, thank you very much, Joshi, for the 86 months of Tier 3. That is indeed the number. Thank you very much for the continued support of over 7 years. And thank you very much for the best of luck and all the hug emotes, of which you have a ridiculous amount. Also, thanks for the good luck CCL speedrunner. Thanks for the good luck as well, Lavarden. Just don't die and lock in. Well, this run does have a fair amount of dying in it, so we will probably be both dying and locking in, hopefully. So thank you very much, VenixDev, for the 27 months of Tier 1. Thank you for your over 2 years and for the good luck. Welcome to Gymnast Attempts to Not Fail Restricted Items Wrong Warps. The speedrun. Also, thank you very much, Aghast Crane, for the 9 months of Prime. Glad to have your continued support as well. Our speedrunning adventures. And thank you for the good luck fastest. Yeah, some people have been subscribed for a very long time. Oh my goodness, what is happening? That was a great movement right there. 10 out of 10. Also, good afternoon, Prince Setharoth. Angles are not quite correct. That's way too far. There we go. I mean, I started streaming in early 2013. About 13 and a half years ago. And I got partnered in August of 2014, so I've been partnered for 12 years now. Which is why I have, like, a 144-month subscription to myself. Also, thanks for the good luck, Melodic Dragon. What's something I'd tell someone who wants to start speedrunning Zelda but doesn't know anything about speedruns? I mean, I guess if you want to speedrun Zelda but don't know anything about speedruns, I guess the first thing to do would be to decide on a game to try speedrunning. And then basically just starting out by seeing if you can copy what is shown on screen, like during a speedrun, that you think looks cool. Now, granted, for quite a lot of Zelda titles, that's not gonna really be intuitive, because a lot of things that are done in Zelda speedruns are not, like, inherently obvious how they work just by looking at them, so you will probably have to look up, like, tutorials on how to do things as well, which there are quite a lot of, I guess, depending on the game. Also, thank you very much, Bacon, for the 5 Tier 1 gift subs to the community. That is very generous of you, so thank you very much. Are the gift subs, like, on a discount right now? I remember hearing something about that, but I don't remember if that's active yet. Probably isn't close enough to September for September to be a thing yet. Oh, okay, they were the same price as usual. Gyro doesn't really mess up lining up tricks, no. At least not in my experience. Oh, come on, really? Alright, well. We almost did that really well, but... I can't even see where I am. That was silly. Ah, I could have gone there. Probably could have gone there, too. But it probably didn't really help when we were going up in the water that we couldn't actually see where we were. Some discount is for people who have a vertical layout setup? Huh, that feels kind of weird, but... okay. You're not sure why you have enchanted big boy boxers as a badge. That does sound interesting. I mean, yeah, that badge is just boxers, huh? So thank you very much to the man for the 81 months of Prime. Also, quite a lot of months, so thank you for your additional support as well. Also, thanks for the good luck, Fimmel. Really thought you'd been around for long, but then you see Joshi and the man. I mean, I would say, like, sticking with anything on the internet for, like, a year or longer is a long time as far as the internet is concerned. Also, thanks for the good luck, Benji Gaming. And hello, haha. Darn it. Ugh. I should have tried to ESS change that back the other direction. Oh well. Also, thanks for the good luck, Sir Genjo and Golden Love. I actually don't know if that works. Yes, we'll see. If I had to give up ever doing runs of a specific 3D Zelda game, which would it be? Majora's Mask for the N64. Pretty easy choice for me. Also, thanks for the best of luck, Carlos Raven. We're doing pretty good. Hoping to get some good runs today. That was actually good, but I screwed up. Wait, what? Why didn't that work? Why that previous one failed, but that is a little unfortunate. Also, thanks for the good luck, Midjitsu and Cake Jamble. I think the OOT remake will be more like a modern reskin or open world game like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I definitely am not expecting it to be open world at all. I would be kind of surprised if they did that. Since, like, you'd have to pretty fundamentally change Ocarina of Time's game design if you want to make it open world, and at that point it isn't really Ocarina of Time anymore, but... I'm expecting something closer to just, like, additional content and minor reworks or stuff like that. This angle is not what we want. Like, I still definitely expect the game to be linear. Hope they add weapon durability. Oh yeah, that'll definitely make everyone happy. That was everyone's favorite aspect about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Also, yeah, I do just have both chats open next to each other for Twitch and YouTube. Real fans will watch this from their 3DS. I don't think that's possible. Despite the fact that the 3DS has an internet browser. Anything is possible with a Linux laptop and some cables. I suppose so. Yeah, like, I'm sure technically there's some way you could make it work. Also, I was not holding far enough right. Oh, come on. Really? Well. I guess we're not doing this, Wes. We don't go up spin attack. Alright, well. Unfortunately, this segment was not very good either. You cut a hole in your 3DS where the screen was and look at the monitor through it. I guess that's innovative, though I don't know if that counts as watching the stream on your 3DS. Also, thanks for the good luck, Black Jacoop. Yeah, I mean, I would also be surprised if they didn't include, like, Master Quest. Considering that Master Quest is basically just slightly different map data. Going. Although, I feel like by, like, modern game design and expectation standards, Master Quest is very silly in a lot of places, so I could see them potentially, like, if they are going to include Master Quest, they might rework it to not be as silly, even though I think Master Quest being as silly as it is kind of part of the charm. This is the wrong angle. I don't know if I would expect them to introduce shield durability. At least, like, at this point, the only expectation I have is that, at the very least, cutscenes will be reworked, and voice acting will be introduced to some degree. Since that's the only real thing that the teaser showed us. Also, thanks for the good luck on a cloud. Man, can we please stop turning to face that scrub? Okay. Alright, 1 of 5. Yeah, I mean, I always, at least was under the impression that Wind Waker's cut dungeons were, like, whatever dungeons the Power Bracelets and the Iron Boots were supposed to be in. Like, I don't know if the original plan was to have, like, a fully fledged dungeon for each Triforce piece, but that would certainly be a lot of content. I guess I could see if, like, maybe the original plan was to have, like, just a Triforce piece for each dungeon, and then not have, like, the pearls or, like, the sages or something. I mean, I guess you could still have the sages, but have the reward for the sage dungeons be a Triforce piece and not just upgrading the Master Sword. But I imagine that probably would have had to have been scrapped pretty quickly for what we then ended up getting. Are the R-Wings coming back? It would certainly be pretty funny if the R-Wings were still in the game. I wouldn't really expect that, though. Wow, we didn't fail a Mega Flip this time. Amazing. Did fail throwing the boomerang, unfortunately, because I was not far forward enough, I think. Oh, thank you, Beery. Now what? Well. That was unfortunate. Also, hello, Nexus Blast. Oh, I actually did want to take damage there. Oh well. So thanks for the good luck, Paul Contreras spinner. Because now I have half a heart more than I want to, which is gonna waste like a couple seconds. The point of entering and exiting that house was to set my entrance point. So that by setting Furore's Wind, the Furore's Wind would be set for the entrance coming out of that house. A little sketchy, but we're fine. So thanks for the good luck, J. Will. Shoutouts to the cow. How do people find glitches like this? Well, someone tried dying into a grotto hole and then quit the game. Because dying into a grotto hole kind of just makes Link fall endlessly, and there's nothing you can do but quit the game. And when you quit the game when doing that, you are sort of on the title screen. Also still just sort of in gameplay. Which then results in being able to wrong warp places. Oh, seriously? I should not have tried that. The keys turned away that much. That's silly. Now I have to do this super early. Now, how does this always happen? I don't understand. Man. Let's see. Well, unfortunately, this is going to be a reset. Also, thanks for the good luck, Boss Lady Trey. Thanks for the good luck as well, Toady Sauce and Yue Koni. Well, no, it's not really the Keese being weird. Like, it wasn't the Keese's fault that anything happened. It's kind of my fault for not targeting correctly. Oh my goodness, come on. Quick text, please. So yes, this version of Ocarina of Time is 15 years old. I remember getting it on release day. And now you crumble to dust. Also, thank you very much, ADHD, for the 94 months of Prime. That is a lot of months of Prime. Almost coming up on 8 years. Thank you very much for the continued support, and I hope you are doing well. Okay, interesting movement. I thought that side hop wasn't going to make it up, but it did. How quick is the any percent of OOT 3D? The current any percent record is 25:54, I think? Just under 26 minutes. Oops, that's not where I split. Also, yeah, the reason we couldn't continue the last run is because we needed to die into the loading zone from the keys, which did not happen. I should do a 100% speedrun on this game. Well, that is probably what's gonna happen once I get a satisfactory time in all dungeons. So, hello, Anthorus. And thanks for the good luck, Kuro Dog. When is Skyward Sword or Skyward Sword HD? Probably not for a bit, since we'll likely be playing OOT 3D until, OOT on Switch 2 releases, and then probably play that for a while. The 100% speedruns for this game are over 4 hours long. Current record is a 4:08:06, I believe. Hope Door of Time Skip won't be patched. Well... Door of Time Skip is possible. I don't imagine it's gonna be something that's obvious to do. I would not expect any of the methods that work in N64 or 3DS OOT to work in the Switch 2 remake. Well, that was pretty decent. Oh, okay, this isn't too bad, actually. Nice. Alright, pretty decent quick text in this cutscene so far. Oh, I see. For all dungeons, I think at the very least I want, like, a 117. I think is perfectly doable as long as I can get all of the wrong warps and cutscene skips. Ow, really? Nice. Well, unfortunately, we missed splitting for what would have been a best there. Also, thanks for the good luck, though, comics. And thanks for the good luck as well, Leanne. I would say, aside from not getting As much sleep as I probably should have, I'm doing alright, I'd say. Meant to go to items, not to gear. Oh yeah, I'll be streaming my playthrough of OOT on Switch 2 when it comes out. We'll probably be streaming and playing it the moment that it drops for the digital download. Yeah, I shouldn't have turned that much. Now I need hearts. Also, thanks for the good luck, Mopey. There is no specific release date for OOT on Switch 2 yet. Other than just 2026, but 2026 only has like 3.5 months left, so it's gotta be soon. Hernia, please. No. Why am I so bad at lining up that backwalk? Well, I do expect that they'll show us footage of it, like, sometime within the next month and a half. Like, I would also be very surprised if they just dropped it without showing us any footage. Do I ever run Majora's Mask? The N64 version, not really. The 3DS version I've run quite a bit before, though. Any particular reason I'm playing the 3DS version? I find it significantly more fun to speedrun the 3DS version compared to the N64 version. And that goes for both OOT and MM. I mean, yeah, they also have to make an announcement for the Zelda-themed Switch 2 and Pro Controller. Ah, quick text. I kind of don't expect that there will be a delay, like... I think they're just intentionally not showing very much footage. Or at least in the last Direct, chose to intentionally not show very much footage. Because, I mean, in general, Nintendo, like, is more of the mindset of, like, announcing games only, like, a few months before they release, for the most part. Obviously, there are some exceptions to that, but... Hello, Bills fan? Yeah, I mean, I think the idea behind what we saw in the previous Direct was that that was supposed to be when we all learned that Ocarina of Time for Switch 2 exists, right? But for a lot of us, who, like, follow or, like, hear, like, rumors about leaks and stuff, like, there was a rumor that Ocarina of Time was coming to Switch 2 as early as, I think it was April. So, a lot of us were already kind of expecting that Ocarina of Time was gonna be on Switch 2. And when the Direct basically just said, Ocarina of Time will be on Switch 2, and didn't, like, actually show any gameplay footage, it was like, oh, well. We were kind of hoping for gameplay footage, but... Also, thanks for the good luck, Shankshaw. Can we do this, Wes? Yes, we can. Really? That was too early. Well, cool. Darn it. Really? Well, this isn't going well. Cool. I love when we don't move up the seam at all. Yeah, I don't know what the mistake is when that happens. Now I don't have any Deku Nuts left. I guess that's one way to get up here. I guess it would have been useful to remember what the setup for this is now. Because unfortunately now there's no way we can really continue. So thank you very much, Full Metal Dragon, for the 67 months of Tier 1. Thank you very much for the good luck, which evidently I will need. Oh, come on. That was too much. Guess there's not really a point in trying to do this, but my angle is wrong there. Nice. The that was like too high, but well, if we end up failing it again, I might have to practice it a little bit, but ow. Well, it would help if I hit the space bar. What I say my favorite fire-themed dungeon is? I don't know. Maybe Goron Mines? We're not going to split here this time. I am going to bonk there, though. Alright, not too bad. Aside from the bonk, I guess. Well, crouch stabbing is how you do forest escape on the N64 version. You don't get enough speed to, like, clip into the actor if you crouch stab in the 3DS version. We also don't have a shield, so... hard to crouch stab when you can't crouch. Like that angle. There's no practical ISG in OOT 3D. You can still get it with, like, the death... Or, not the death, with the jump/interrupt method. One of which the ways you can interrupt a jump slash is with death. But even if you get ISG, it's not particularly useful because it gets cancelled if you put your sword away. So you can't, like, hover with it at all. Like, one of the potential uses for ISG before, like, the sort of weird hookshot jumps were found that you could get to Shadow early with was you could do ISG and then hover off of a Poe in Graveyard to get to Shadow Temple early. But now that we can just do a hookshot jump without any boots to get to Shadow Temple, that's not particularly useful anymore. It was also used for the, like, very briefly for the any percent and any percent New Game Plus routes, but it ended up getting superseded by the statue unload in Goron City, because we could use it as a way to hover off of the Tektites on Death Mountain Trail to get up to where magic is. Really? Alright, well, that works, I guess. Also, thanks for the good luck fox darts. Oh god, okay. We're good. Now this guy's being a little slow, unfortunately. Should be good to go up the lift here, though. So thanks for the good luck, Brain Dog. And thanks for the good luck as well, Middleton. I don't know if the guards can catch you if you're hovering. I mean, I guess the way that the guards with the way that the guards catch you, like, code-wise, I guess if you were high enough up, they simply would not be able to catch you, but... Also, thanks for the good luck, Dragmire. Hope Switch 2 OOT has all the same glitches. It probably will not have all the same glitches, if I had to guess. But I think overall that's probably a good thing, because then it'll be very different from N64 and 3DS speedruns. What's up? We have a pretty decent start to a run here. Hopefully this time, I cannot fail the seam climb to the Ferrari's Wind Fountain. Alright, we didn't fail the fest this time. Yippee! I mean, holding ESS position is something that can take a bit to get used to. Because, like, it is a fairly narrow range on the circle pad. It's not too bad once you get used to it, though, but, like, I've never been 100% consistent at hitting ESS position on command. We turn around. There we go. Come on. There we go. I also don't feel like I'll ever get used to the timing of those slashes. I don't think it's called ESS position outside the Zelda community because it's like... I guess it's not like a thing that's necessarily specific to Zelda games, but like it has useful speedrunning effects in Zelda games, generally. But it's essentially just the range on the control stick where if you hold within that range, Link will turn to that range, but he won't, like, actually change position if you're standing still. Yeah, so in, like, Ocarina of Time and MM, like, ESS position is used for hessing, wessing, fessing, etc. And in Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword, it's used for brake sliding. And for Wind Waker, also, like, having consistent super swim speed when you release a super swim. I mean, it's not neutral position either, because neutral would just be not moving at all. Nice. Well, should have targeted sooner. Why that didn't work? Oh, once again, we're not going up during the quick spin. At least not as much as we should be. Is my angle wrong or something? I don't feel like it is, but... Like, we need to be going up more than that, and I don't know why we're not. That time still failed. Alright, well. Not sure why that one was successful, but the other ones weren't. This trick continues to be a mystery. Is it easier to look at pixel-level setup details on the 3DS screen compared to a TV/monitor? Not necessarily. I mean, I prefer to look at the 3DS screen because the 3DS screen doesn't have any delay, personally. Compared to the capture footage, which is like a frame or two behind. I don't think I will ever be a developer at Nintendo. Nice. My uncle? Oh, yeah. Forgot that my uncle, like everyone else's uncle, works at Nintendo. accidentally pressed L, and that switched it to the map screen. We're not going to get a best here. I'm always going to lose time on this segment compared to my current PB because my PB gets the Deku Shield during the Ferori's Wind segment and not during the Deku Tree segment. Suppose I could probably just edit my splits to, like, add 30 seconds to Ferori's Wind and take away 30 seconds from Deku Tree. Or other way around. Add 30 seconds to Deku Tree. Take away 30 seconds from Ferori's Wind. And then we'd get more accurate splits there. The Bongo Bongo Bomb trick from N64 1.0 does not work now. Oh, come on. Thanks, Shabombs. Now, you can one-cycle Bongo without the Goron Sword. You just have to be, like, pretty precise with your slash timing. Because, like, ideally this run one-cycles Bongo. Raban means soap or a soap bubble in Japanese. I guess that would make sense given the name. Back to failing this for some reason. Cool. Not really sure what happened there. Well, this sucks. Really? Must have thrown Boomerang too late. No, bro. What is going on? Thank you. Well, this was certainly a Jabu. Well, you can't super slide in general in OOT 3D, but you can still do ESS tricks like hessing. So, like, you can use Nehru's Love to do a hess, for instance. Or, like, mega flips and mega side hops, but super sliding is just not something that works at all. Also, thank you very much, Asher, for the 46 months of Prime. Thank you for the good luck as well. Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food about hot eat the food? Yes. Oh, really? Darn it. Come on. That was slow. Also, thank you very much, Night Flight, for the 10 months to Tier 1. Thank you for the good luck. You're continuing your ongoing theme of doing insane crafty activities while you chill here by painting flowers on your dresser. I mean, that sounds like a good time. Okay. Who needs Boko pushing when you can have Keese pushing? Well, this game also doesn't have Bokoblins, but we do indeed still have enemy pushing with the Keese. I don't think Link could push the moblins in this game. They're pretty stuck where they are. They're only in Sacred Forest Meadow, I'm pretty sure. Well, slightly slow, but whatever. Oh, what? Okay. For some reason in my brain, I was like, I have to do 2 side hops to the blue warp there, but no, that blue warp is 1 side hop. That was kind of silly. Really? Surprised we got a small jump there. The other one first. There we go. Oh, come on. What? Am I not on target? Also, thank you very much, McJerry, for the 3 years of Tier 1. Thank you for the continued support. Glad you enjoy the content. Yeah, I mean, for only 240p, the game definitely looks pretty solid. Also, yes, if you subscribe to me, you can tell people you have a gym membership, and you won't be lying. Also, hello, Jellyaya and Aaron GB. My favorite temple or area? I mean, in Ocarina of Time, my favorite individual area is the Sacred Forest Meadow Wolfos Grotto. Bought Smash Bros. Last night and the game's bad. Can you get a refund? I don't think you can if you buy... Like, if you bought it digitally off of the Nintendo eShop, I don't think those can get refunded, but I admittedly have not looked into if that's possible at all, so... If you bought it physically, you can, of course, like, sell it back to the store. Or at least some stores, maybe, but... I have played Smash Bros. Before, yes. Most of my time playing Smash Bros. Was in middle school. I had a lot of fun playing it, but I haven't spent any significant amount of time playing any of the more recent entries. Because while it is fun, I just have other games that I want to play that are not Smash Bros. Also, thanks for the good luck, Toro. Oh no, I've never played Smash Bros. Competitively. Alright, Middleton, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching today. Alright, well, at least that was good. Damn it, I still missed. Maybe I shouldn't go for it the first time. I keep on missing the first one. That was also a miss. Well. Five. Six. And I guess we'll just void out an extra time. Also, yes, we did become Adult Link because we wrong warped into the title screen, more or less. Ah, yes. By wrong warping into the title screen, we spawned in with what is presumably the game's debug file. And we can use it because it has a lot of items on it, which is very useful. Oops. Really? Really? That was too little? I am surprised that I was not holding far enough back there. Ow. Really? I guess I should have figured that would happen. I was supposed to stream yesterday, but unfortunately I got not very good sleep, and so I did not end up streaming. Which unfortunately happens sometimes. Forgot that I was supposed to be taking damage. Ow, get back here. That was not very good. Ah, yes, this is being played on a 3DS. A new Nintendo 3DS XL Red and Black Edition. That was also not great. Yeah, it kind of sucks how much the price has gone up for new 3DS systems. That magic in the way? Okay, no. Yeah, I mean, obviously it makes sense to some degree, because, like, production of them is not happening anymore, but... Like, it's specifically the new... Like, the new 3DS systems that cost significantly more than, like, an OG. Like an original 3DS or a regular 3DS XL, for instance. That's kind of a bad backwalk angle. Alright, well. I probably will not watch the next Nintendo Direct on stream now. If there's, like, a dedicated Direct to... That's weird. The Ocarina of Time remake, I might watch that on stream, but... I feel like that should not have worked, but sure. This is not far back enough. Oh, but I think this can still work. As long as I don't fall off. Or actually, no, because I don't think the... like, the thing is loaded. That was really weird. I've never seen that before. Nice. That's what I was expecting to have happen. But, nope. Also, thanks for the good luck Golden Paws and Chef Bear. Are there any roof fans in this game? There's a giant windmill. There's also a guy who sits on a roof, who may be a fan of roofs. Also, thank you for the good luck, Koj. Lovely RNG this is. Double? Double! Let's go. Still not saving time because we failed the hookshot jump, but at least RNG was kind of nice. Thanks for the good luck, the Wiggy Bee. DF. Fessing is possible on the N64 version, but the speed at which you fess is much faster in 3D. You don't go very fast with a fess in the N64 version. I don't even think it's faster than backwalking in N64. It's, like, really slow. Alright, well. We didn't miss any of the restricted items, at least, but... Okay, technically I guess I missed the Forest Temple one, but that was for a different reason than the restricted items. When I actually did restricted items, we got restricted items first try. That credits warp works by... Essentially, when, like, you go into the blue warp for a dungeon, at least for some dungeons, like... The first time you go through, the game plays, like, cutscenes because you either get the Spiritual Stone or the Medallion. And it does that by adding a number to whatever the next entrance index you're supposed to go to is from the blue warp. But by returning Ferore's Wind, we replace the entrance index we're going to go to next with wherever Ferore's Wind is set. So instead of adding, I think Fire Temple is like 6 to where you normally go after the Fire Temple Blue Warp, we instead added 6 to Death Mountain Trail, which happens to be the credits cutscene. At least the portion of the credits cutscene that takes place on Death Mountain Trail. The reason there are so many different ways you can do credits warp is because each of these, like, individual passes that we're seeing in the credits happens on, like, a different map. And if you can essentially wrong warp to any of these parts of the credits sequence, the credits just continue on. So... Alright, I think I'm gonna do the thing I mentioned where I'm going to take away... Yeah, take away 30 seconds from Ferore's Wind there, and then add 30 seconds to my best for Daegu Tree. So that our splits are more accurate. Yeah, Ganon's Tower is not part of the All Dungeons speedrun because it doesn't have a blue warp. And, like, I think there's definitely an argument that, like, you know, Ganon's Tower is a dungeon, obviously, but historically for the All Dungeons category, it's just been enter all of the blue warps, and MST has been the essentially all dungeons, but you also do Ganon's castle, and you also can't wrong warp to the credits. At least I don't think you're allowed to wrong warp to the credits in MST. Oh yeah, back in time is definitely not allowed in MST because inventory manipulation, I believe in general, is not allowed in MST. Like, you can't do RBA or GIM or any of that kind of stuff either. Yeah, by blue warp we mean the blue circle of shining light that you step into at the end of each dungeon that takes you away. Also, thanks for the good luck rejected waffles. Alright, so last run, despite not PBing, was actually pretty nice, because we didn't miss any of the wrong warps. So hopefully that continues. My restricted items has been fairly consistent today so far. Nice. Apparently I love bonking in that specific spot today. Alright, good escape. Thanks for the good luck with the Kid Penguin. Kind of surprised that worked, but sure. You hope the owl has more dialogue. I mean, that is certainly something they could do for the remake. I'm sure you'll be able to cuddle the owl in the remake. That one doesn't seem very likely. Oh, no owl cuddles, unfortunately, I guess. So thank you very much, 64-bit, for the 83 months of Tier 1. That is quite the amount of months, so thank you very much for the continued support. Alright, well. Not the best RNG, but not too bad either. I can't imagine that, like, the VA for Link's grunts is gonna be the same as it was in the original game, but maybe. Because I also highly doubt they're gonna reuse the exact same sound effect files. Also, thanks for the good luck apes. Yeah, I mean, if... Like, voiceover also would mean that you don't get to name Link, most likely. Because if any of the voices have to say Link's name, he has to be just called Link. Forgot what the movement there was. Hello, Bunkongo. I mean, this run is still pretty early, but I guess it's not too bad so far. I should still be saving time if I can get the equipment to the magic fountain first try. Timing for the slashes on this is very weird. Well, second try's not too bad. This is being run on a real 3DS. New Nintendo 3DS XL, Red and Black Edition. People probably have run this on emulator before. At least I think they have. But generally, running on emulator is not great because of the touchscreen. Nice. I think that was too far. We're not doing that Wes again, I guess. But at least we got the important part first try. Ow. Man. I can't do any of the ESS tricks, I guess. That kind of sucks. Favorite/easiest part of the speedrun? I don't know if there's any part of this speedrun that I would say is, like, easy, necessarily, but generally, my favorite sections are the Death Hole wrong warping sections. That would be, like, getting to Forest Temple and also doing the Death Hole Void Warp stuff to finish Water Temple later in the run. So thanks for the good luck, Zoini. So thanks for the good luck, Bradeblo. Really, that's still missed? Well, unfortunately, quite a few mistakes here in Deku Tree. Or at least on this segment. Animizer, you had the Club Moblin guarding the hole. Yeah, Club Moblins being where they're not supposed to is generally pretty wacky. Nice. Thank you, Shabombs. Okay, I guess we're not backflipping. You okay, Rudo? She got attacked inside her favorite fish. I suppose that's true. So yeah, so we are running this game again. Because running this game is fun. I actually did want to take damage. Well, not like this, but... Did you miss? I don't know. That depends on when you left. Oh, mostly quick text, but no fast cutscene, unfortunately. Alright, now we're going to the twins' house. Also, thanks for the good luck, Douglas. Yeah, I'd say we're having a good Sunday. Oh, I'm too close. Silly. Ferrari's wind is on X. Deku nuts are on Y. And now we fall. Ow, seriously? This might still work. No! Darn it. I tried to save it. Well, this sucks. Well. Not great. That had happened, like, the first time, that still would have been pretty acceptable, but unfortunately dying once and then having to do it again is pretty slow. Oh, come on. Arm warps in this game remind you of Beta Quest. Yeah. It's kind of similar in a way, but they're not randomized. Saved by the 1-frame buffer. Yeah, unfortunately we lost quite a bit of time there, but we could be a minute ahead after back in time. If this segment goes well. Come on. What? How was that timing wrong? Oh my goodness. Please. Well, I don't think we're saving any time now. Especially because for some reason I can't let go of target for long enough. Fortunate. Will this be the last run? Probably, yeah. Also, thanks for the best of luck, Petite Pedestrian. You would still get the song if there was a way to skip this scene. Like, I guess, in theory, you could save warp here and then do the cutscene skip by doing dot skip again. And then do dot skip again to get back. I don't know how worth it that is, though. I think at most you'd probably save only like 15 or 20 seconds. Any PBs today? Unfortunately, no, but this run could still technically PB. If we play the rest of it well. I don't know if this is close enough. Okay. Well, we did the hard part. This time. That's two. 3. Five. Six. That's 7. And that's 8. Yeah, you don't really get to see anything while we're falling there. This run just completing the game normally with no glitches. No, there are quite a lot of glitches that we do. Generally, if a run is not doing any glitches, you'll see the word glitchless somewhere in the title. All dungeons is just step into the blue warp at the end of every dungeon. Really? Really? How is my timing off? No, I didn't want to drink the red potion. Oh my goodness. How is this the thing that we're failing? What? I'm so confused. Okay. I don't know how my timing was off there, but it apparently was very off many times. Oh, yeah, no, this... I think it will legitimately... I need to... This is stupid. I should have realized when I drank the red potion that this wasn't gonna work, because I need to be at low health. Well, that's a great way to waste 2 minutes. Of all the things that actually killed the potential for PB, it was attempting to do restricted items normally. what happened is we triggered the Death Hole Wrong Warp glitch. Now we're going to be wrong warping about. As Link does. Right, I forgot that that's a thing that can happen. Well. I think, unfortunately, that will be it for that run. Which is very silly, because I lost a lot of time to many silly things this run. And I also think that that will probably be it for today. But our restricted items were good today, and really that's, like, probably the biggest key to being able to PB is just being able to do all of those consistently, so we didn't miss any of them today. Hopefully we don't miss any tomorrow, so thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Have a good Sunday.